welcome back to Salad Sunday. What's up? Have you guys had your salads this week? Hopefully you have more than one salad a week. You have one every day. But if you haven't, then join me on Sundays for salad. And I'm sorry, I gotta keep looking into the camera over there. So tonight's salad is got a spring mix of veggies, a spring mix of lettuce, so all the different kinds of lettuces, some tomatoes, some red peppers, a little bit of wild salmon, and a little bit of feta cheese. Trying not to eat too much cheese, but it's just sprinkled in there a little bit. I'm working on that because dairy's no good for me, and I'm trying to be vegan when possible. It's hard, folks. It's super hard. So anyway, that's the salad for tonight, and I have a cup of hot chamomile tea, and it's like a lemon mint chamomile tea. Having my salad for dinner. And I was thinking, what do I want to talk to you guys about tonight while we're eating salad together, or you're just watching me eat salad. And I was thinking weight loss for women. Okay, it's something that so many women struggle with, and there's a couple things that I've experienced that have really affected my weight loss that I wanted to share with those other women out there. So take a little bite. So, number one, if you have issues with weight loss, you can rule out a few things. First of all is thyroid disease. I was diagnosed with thyroid disease it's been 18 years now. When you have hypothyroid, low active thyroid gland, it really messes up your metabolism. And so I've been on medication. I take a pill every day. It helps to, it doesn't help me lose weight, but what I've noticed is it helps me not totally gain out of control for no reason. Like when I don't take my thyroid medicine, I'll just blow up for no reason. No change of habits, eating habits, nothing. And so you want to rule that out, okay? Second thing, for those of you women middle-aged and above, menopause. I went through menopause early, like at age, 42-ish. Yeah, it was 2014, so like 42, 43. And after you go through menopause, and most women, you're not going to go through it. I think, there's exceptions, right? But the average is like somewhere, I think, it's in your 50s and 60s, I believe. So it happened really early for me, but it can happen early for other people too. Different things can bring it on. But it slows your metabolism way down. When your hormones are off balance, then weight loss can be really difficult. So get that checked. And if you're, postmenopausal, then give yourself a little bit of grace, because that's a big part of it, super big part of it. And then the third thing, which I didn't discover until this year. I was having really heart palpitations. I wake up in the middle of the night a lot. I was exhausted all day long. It didn't matter if I got 10 hours of sleep the night before. I felt like I was running over a truck constantly. I couldn't wait to get back in bed. All I could think about is, when can I go back to bed? When can I go back to bed? And I've always kind of had that problem because of my thyroid disease, but it seemed like it was just that compounded with going through menopause, and then there was just more. I just was, bags under my eyes. Couldn't figure out like what's going on. So my doctor, and I was having like heart palpitations. So my doctor did a sleep study test, and it turns out I have sleep apnea. They did a test and I stopped breathing, I think it was like 14 times in 2 hours or something, which means, if you're getting woken up constantly through the night because you stop breathing, you basically suffocate and you're woken up by that. The cortisol levels in your body, the stress hormone is so high, and your body retains onto fat. So I now sleep with this lovely, sexy sleep apnea mask. And what it does is it's a CPAP machine, and that's continuous pressure air pressure. CPAP, continuous something air pressure. Anyway, it blows air in through your nose constantly. And so you don't stop breathing all the time while you're asleep. Therefore, you actually get rest. Your body can recover, your cortisol levels can lower, so you can burn your body fat. When you're under stress and high cortisol, your body holds on to body fat. I'm assuming that's from like the caveman days when you were under stress and you didn't have enough food, your body knew to hold on to fat. I'm assuming that's where that comes from. So I have been sleeping with a sleep apnea mask now for I think it's been a month. And I haven't done it every night, which you need to do it every night in order to get a good rest, good night's sleep, so your brain can function properly, so your body can function properly. So I need to do it every night. I'm still working on it. It's a little frustrating because if your nose is stuffy and you've got just the nose one, I don't have the one that covers your mouth, I have just the one that covers your nose. You have to keep your mouth closed. If you open your mouth because your nose is stuffed, then you kind of choke and wake up anyway, so it defeats the purpose. So anyway, still adjusting to it. But my point is, ladies, don't get too hard on yourself if you're having trouble losing weight. There's some things that you can check, to see if they can be causing it. So, maybe you're not this horrible bad food eater or whatever, but you're gaining weight and you're tired or lethargic. Get your thyroid checked. Figure out where you are in your menstrual cycle life. Like if you're going through perimenopause or menopause, that can affect it. And also if you have sleep apnea. Now, I have sleep apnea and I don't snore. Most people think sleep apnea is for huge, overweight, obese people, typically men, but actually that's not true. It can, it's definitely most popular with that person, male, overweight, but it can be for people who don't fit that criteria and aren't obese. It actually can cause people to gain weight, because if you have sleep apnea and your cortisol levels are always high, you're not getting the oxygen to your brain, to your body while you're sleeping, it can cause you to gain weight. And so it can be the other way too. You can get sleep apnea because you're overweight, and you can gain weight because you have sleep apnea. So it's kind of this vicious circle. But anyway, those are some things to check. Obviously, move more, eat healthier. All those things play a part, but sleep is super important to weight loss. You need to get enough sleep. You want to make sure that's not being affected by something like sleep apnea. And your hormones are straight and your thyroid is straight. So check those things, ladies. Make sure you... Sorry. Make sure you check into those things before you get completely frustrated, give up on getting to a healthy weight. Can't decide between my water or my hot tea. chamomile I like to drink before I go to sleep, and I'm just kind of getting in for the day and winding down. And I have my salad, and then finish my tea and everything. I'm gonna check out this book that a girlfriend got me, and it's about women all over the world. I guess today's Salad Sunday was kind of geared towards my girlfriends out there. We have so much pressure to be healthy and skinny and all that. You don't need to be skinny. Just do the things that are good for your health the best that you can. Don't worry about the number on the scale. Just go based on your energy levels, how you feel, and just do your best every day to make, healthy options. I find that it helps to have some kind of, requirement, like every day have, try a goal to have so much water, or, eat one piece of fruit, or, when I find that I was finding that I wasn't getting enough veggies during the week because my schedule, I was running around and not taking the time. So that's why I started Salad Sundays, because at least I know, at least on Sundays, I'm going to have a big old thing full of greens and veggies. And of course, try to do that throughout the week, but just dedicate for sure one day a week to having a salad. Well, see if I can get this big old bite in my mouth. It's like ridiculous. I'm like basically putting a forest in my mouth. Ah. Whoa. Whoa. That's attractive, huh? Crunchy. Okay. Hope you all had a great week. See you for next Salad Sunday. Bye.